Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back. Guys, I have a quick document read for you. I know I told you about this earlier, so let's get into it, okay? We're going to get into these documents, okay? Go ahead. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, hit the notifications so you can always be notified every time I go live, post a video, do a post, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, let's get into it. We have this document right here. I told you I got it this afternoon. This was posted, as you can see, with the clerk in DeKalb County, Georgia, and it is discussing Christians' probation. There was a probation revocation that happened. Um, so basically, let's just read and then we'll talk. Okay. So this was filed, as you can see, February 26th, 1 p.m. But this meeting actually happened on Monday. It just took the better part of 36 hours to get it posted because this was supposed to have happened on Monday. And then this was posted today, as you can see, at 1 in the afternoon. So this is the order from the judge. Upon consideration of requests to modify the terms of probation for the defendant, Christian Walden, and after review of the record and applicable law, the court finds that modification of the defendant's probation is warranted and in the interest of justice. I'm going to be honest, just those first couple sentences are like, what? Didn't he violate? Didn't he go spend 15 days in jail? Wasn't he lying? Wasn't he withholding information? Didn't he actually say he was having a wedding but didn't have a wedding? But let's continue, okay? It is hereby ordered that the probation of Christian Walden, previously imposed by the court, shall be modified as follows, effective immediately. Number one, non reporting status. The defendant's probation is hereby converted to non reporting status. The defendant shall no longer be required to report in person to his probation officer, subject to the condition set forth below. Two, condition of modification. As a condition of the non reporting status, the defendant must provide proof to his probation officer of employment via contract or other documentation showing the defendant's travel for employment via email to his probation officer. The defendant may continue to travel outside of the state of Georgia to maintain employment via an email to his probation officer. This documentation shall inform the probation office of the defendant's location and employment. The defendant shall submit such proof within 30 days of the date of this order and shall update the probation office with any subsequent changes in employment within 10 days of such change. Travel authorization. The defendant is permitted to travel outside of the state of Georgia as long as he adheres to the modified conditions provided in this order. He need not return to Georgia to obtain a travel pass. It is further ordered that the probation office of DeKalb County shall be notified of this modification and shall update its records accordingly. The defendant is directed to comply fully with the terms of the order, and failure to do so may result in revocation or further modification this of his probation. So ordered, the Honorable Nora L. Clark. Okay, look. So basically, it's going from uh, reporting status to non-reporting status. So the defendant's probation is hereby converted to non-reporting status. Okay. This stipulation about work, I don't know that he has a job. I think that he does some sort of investing. He does some sort of forex coaching, or I'm not sure what markets he trades on, but there's been some controversy regarding that. I'm not really sure what this guy does for work. I know he trails around with his wife, Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, and maybe that is considered his job. You guys let me know if you know anything about that. But as far as him having a job, I'm not really sure if that's considered a job or not. Most of the time on these reality shows, the spouse is trailing and they're not necessarily directly getting paid. So I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe he works for Jennifer. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think about that? Um, all right. And he's got stipulations and time periods. Okay, then travel authorization, he doesn't need a travel pass anymore. Okay, the defendant is permitted to travel outside of the state as long as it adheres to the modified condition provided in this order. He need not return to Georgia to obtain a travel pass. Look, if they feel like, oh, jeez, I just dropped my phone. If they feel like he no longer needs to have these guidelines, I mean, I'm certainly, we're just reading this document. Apparently, they felt like it was warranted, and according to the judge, she said, what did she say up here? The court finds that the modification of the defendant's probation is warranted. I just find that hard to believe after he literally just spent um, time that you ordered in jail, okay, for lying, right? And is in the interest of justice. I just find those words a little bit like, really? That's just kind of to the actual victim. I don't think, I know that he eventually has to get off probation. He can't be on probation for the rest of his life. But in the interest of justice, I think the interest of justice would lean on the victim and not on making things more comfortable for him. If he's supposed to have X number of time for probation, give him the time of probation. But I guess they feel like we're at a point now where it's supposed to be falling off, and he's paid his time in terms of incarceration and in terms of probation. But I would say that that would be ideal for somebody who has followed the rules and someone who has stayed out of trouble, stayed out of the way, and didn't just have to do time for lying and breaking the rules. I don't think that that is appropriate, but I'm also not the judge, right? Anyway, you tell me what you think about this. Interesting, huh? That the judge feels in the interest of justice that it is now time to go ahead and back him off of this when he um basically just came off of doing time, went and got a travel pass to go to Paris, and said he was getting married, and it was not a legal marriage. Um they ended up getting married in Las Vegas. We've talked about that. Um, the Las Vegas uh, marriage situation happened a few months ago. I'll link the video. And I don't know. It's interesting. You guys let me know what you think down below. Um, I think it's a little odd. I feel like it's a little premature. I guess my opinion is after he got in trouble, I think it would probably be a good idea to keep an eye on him as far as especially all of these complaints with the trading business that he's been doing, and also being a felon and all of those things, that he's engaging in some activities that could be potentially problematic. And it's not necessarily their job to hold his feet to the fire for what he could do, rather than what he is doing. And I guess, if they feel like he's doing just fine, then I guess they're going to give him the opportunities accordingly, which I guess they feel like non-reporting, able to travel, and he needs to report his work. So we'll see. We'll see, but it's more than likely sooner than later he will be completely off of probation. But at the end of the day, um he is facing a lawsuit in Cobb County by some of his investment clients, and it's looking like Christian is uh, the walls might be closing in on people who have grown tired and weary of his business deals and you know at least in this particular situation in Cobb County, there are some people who are waiting to get there's a active lawsuit and people are looking for compensation back for their monies. So anyway, you guys let me know what you think of this probation situation. Did you hear about the lawsuit happening in Cobb County? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Comment down below. I will see you a little bit later. Make sure to hit the thumbs up for me. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.